Rotary Magazine sent somebody out to write an article on.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
So, yeah, before we get rolling, I just wanted to kind of just go around and just say a couple of words about, you know, who they are and where they're from. And then, you know, we'll go through, I've got just a short PowerPoint, and then we can talk a little bit about our experiences with Rotary, answer some questions. We have some relatively new people on the call today. This is actually our first call, and so I'm super excited about it. We're kicking it out today. I was trying to come up with some sexy name, but couldn't come up with anything, so it's called Welcome to Rotary for now. So maybe we'll have some kind of a contest or something, come up with some type of, I don't know, Rotary coffee hour or whatever, or Sonia's breakfast or something like that. You know, they'll get people super excited. So anyway, I'm Benson Medina, and I am the former club president, or the past president, that's how you say it in Rotary, past president of the Rotary Club of South Hilo, and now the district trainer. And so, and I'm the perpetrator of this 9 o'clock on Saturday morning meeting. I do want to admit to everybody ahead of time that I did comb my hair today. I put my Rotary Aloha shirt on, but as is our Rotary tradition, I still have my pajama pants on. I will have for the remainder of the meeting. So, Cheryl, yeah. So Cheryl, let's start with you.
Okay, I'm Cheryl Parker, and I am a member. Not only a member of the Kaneohe Club, Rotary Club of Kaneohe, to be the official title. This is my third try at it. I guess I wasn't good enough and we're running out of members, so I get to be president again. But you know what? It gets easier as you stay in Rotary and your fellowship. So we're hoping to get some new members. We already have been working on it, but it's now the COVID is making us even more sheltering in. So we're just going to have to do it virtually, but I'm looking forward to inviting some new people into our club. So nice to see. I thought this was only going to be for new people, but there's
no, it's everybody. It's
a lot of season. I know, it's really
whoever wants to join in the fun.
That's wonderful. So hello, everyone.
Okay, so Mr. Dick May, you're up now.
You want?
No. Aloha. Well, I'm not a new people, I'm an old people. Actually, I've been in Rotary for about 20 years, past president of the Rotary Club of Kapolei and the AG for the West Oahu clubs. But I think what we're about to do and continue to do with these is really, really important, because we need to grow and we need new members to come in with fresh ideas, while we need to keep all of our former members with us doing good, productive things. So open arms for anyone interested in Rotary who wants to learn more, and we will be delighted to have you come join us in any of our clubs. Mahalo.
Thank you, Dick. See, I forgot to mention that for the benefit of those, the newcomers that are joining us, or for those of us who don't know all these abbreviations, this is an alliteration-free meeting, which means you can't say things like that's RILA or AG or DG or PD or whatever you know, 3-letter, 5-letter, whatever thing you're gonna say. Just for the benefit of those of us that are joining us right now. So I'm gonna go to PDG, Laura Steelquist.
Well, I am. Hi, I am past district governor Laura Steelquist. I'm a member of the Rotary Club of East Honolulu. We usually met at Waialae Country Club. Just moved to Jade Chinese Restaurant before the pandemic hit. We actually had one meeting there last week with 10 of our members on site and the rest of us on Zoom, and that was kind of fun. I don't know what the future is going to look like, but we are a strong staying together, which is really good. I've been in Rotary for 23 years, and it changed my life completely. I can't imagine what the path of my life would have been like if I hadn't been invited to join all that long time ago. And my passion is polio and eradicating that disease, and I will do everything possible to help get that accomplished.
All right. Thank you, Laura. Naomi, how about you?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you, Benson, for putting this on. So this is breakfast coffee with Benson, yeah.
Yeah, let's have coffee. Oh, where's
Coffee
my
with Benson. I like that. That's good.
All
That
right,
was
good.
the original title, but he didn't like that. But anyway,
Yeah.
Naomi Masuno, District Governor. Honolulu is my club, and we were meeting downtown at the Plaza Club, but they kicked us out. They closed up, and a lot of the clubs are having that same problem. So good thing we have this Zoom thing, and we can meet people from all over the state. So good to see everybody here. Thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Naomi. Hey, Roz, how about you?
Thanks, Benson, and good morning, everyone. I am Roz Cooper with the Rotary Club of Metropolitan Honolulu. And like everyone else, we're going through some trials with membership, but not for the lack of not having meetings. Our place is no longer in existence, so we have changed our meeting place to the Pacific Club. But we've been doing Zoom meetings and having opportunities to attend many Zoom meetings all over the world, and it's been absolutely fascinating. I've been a member of Rotary since 1986, and Rotary is a huge part of my life, and I enjoy all of the things opportunities that we have to service the world. And my passion is Rotary Foundation and eradicating polio.
Cool. Thank you, Roz. That's great. Okay, Mr. Kusunoki.
Aloha kako.
Aloha, Kako.
As you can see from the writing that I have under my name there, I belong to the Rotary Club of Hilo. I heard that there is someone from the Rotary Club of Honolulu, right? On this
Yes.
on this call. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the Honolulu Club is the oldest, the first club in Hawaii. The Hilo Club on the Big Island is the second oldest. And this year, the Rotary Club of Hilo will celebrate its 100th year in Hawaii.
Wow.
So I've been a past president of the Hilo Club and also served as the assistant governor for the East Hawaii group of clubs that we have in the District 5000 for the state of Hawaii. And you'll also see another acronym there, RPCV, and that simply means Return Peace Corps Volunteer. And I am trying my best to try to get Peace Corps more a part of Rotary here in District 5000. And I'm very active, obviously, in the international parts of Rotary. And I hope to solicit all of your help in the district conference that's coming up in Hilo. Mind you, the district conference is when all of us get together, all the clubs get together physically. We might be doing it a lot virtually this time, but I hope that those of you who are new will get to know what Rotary is all about and join us in the district conference.
Thank you, Alan. That's great. So I'm going to ask you guys during the course of the meeting, we're going to be on, maybe an hour or so, to put your contact information in the chat so that people have the ability to contact you after the meeting is over. Okay, so Mr. McDonald, now that you're on, we're just doing a little, one paragraph description of who we are, what we do, and, introduction to Rotary. Okay, Kelly, you're on.
My name's Kelly McDonald. I've been involved with Rotary since 2011 in Arizona, Washington, and here in Hawaii when I moved here in 2017. I joined the Rotary Club of Diamond Head Kaimuki, and this is my Hanaho year as president. So, you know, I think with the right cajoling and drive, I've been more diligent until, you know, until my Rotary was shut down until the 12th. I've been studiously documenting our club's activities, which we've, you know, kind of doubled down our investments with some local nonprofit organizations working with, you know, medically fragile, the deaf and hard of hearing community, and homeless youth. So it's been we have a service project coming up next week on North Shore at Sunset Ranch. So we'll be partnering with a couple other clubs to get some things ready for their celebration of life for some of the families whose children unfortunately passed during the past year. So excited and looking forward to coming to Hilo next May.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. Mr. Jeff Pang, how are you doing today?
Oh, I was just doing a chat till you now called me.
All right, man. Okay. You can put it on pause.
Yeah, I'll put it on hold. I'm Jeffrey Pang, president of Honolulu Rotary Club, home of our district governor. I've been in Rotary since 1981, and that came about by my father-in-law, who had been the president, past president, and he got me involved in Rotary. Not even as a manager, but 5 years later I became one, so I became officially a Rotarian in that regard, as it was all under this classification type of thing. But you know, it's kind of interesting how, you know, Rotary has evolved, and you know, to this very day that now we have this pandemic and this new norm stuff. I mean, I thought that I could you know, continue with traditions of our club in the form that we had before, and just kind of developing it out to what it is today, and you know, make it better. But you know, I'm here today to listen to all the experienced past presidents and governors and people who have a lot of creative ideas as to how to deal with the membership. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I did invite a potential new member to attend. So I was hoping that she would attend, but I'm not sure. It wasn't a committed thing, so I don't know if she happens to get on there. She's not lost. She's actually in the right place.
Okay.
But anyway,
who are we looking for, Jeff?
Well, her name is Melissa Pang.
Okay.
That's my daughter, and
Okay.
she's a potential member of our club. And I want to have her get the full benefit of orientation, not because she's grown up in a family of Rotarians, because her grandfather was a Rotarian, and I've been a Rotarian, and she's been involved in it ever since she was little. But I want her to get the benefit of the full effect of being a new member.
Okay.
But,
Well,
yeah,
great, Jeff. Thank you.
She didn't attend.
I'll look for her. Okay. So, Lee, how about you, Mr. Donaldson?
Good morning. Yes, I am a manager at Tiffany Company Ala Moana Shopping Center, and I also have an additional role of being the Tiffany Cares Champion, which is a employee-run philanthropy and volunteer program in which I oversee the Hawaii market, all 4 stores. I also am the diversity and inclusion champion for the market as well. And I just joined the Rotary E-Club of Hawaii in July in hopes of connecting with an organization like Rotary, which does a lot of philanthropy and volunteering, to sort of broaden our activities and partner more. It's something I have a lot of passion for, especially focusing on local charities versus national or broader, to keep it here in Hawaii type of thing. So those are my activities for the most part.
Okay, thank you, Lee. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us today. I see Deb Ono just joined us. How are you, Deb?
I'm so sorry. I'm in Waikoloa. I was helping my cousin
Yeah,
condo,
yeah,
and I'm trying to hook up with my phone and asking Glenn, "What's the passcode?" So I'm so sorry. I'm here in Waikoloa.
yeah. Thank you, Deb. Hey, Deb, we're just doing like a brief little introduction, who you are, what club you're affiliated with. So why don't you go ahead and do it while you're on now?
Excuse me?
Yeah, could you hear me? We're just doing a brief introduction of like who we are, what club we're affiliated with, the thing, how long you've been in Rotary.
Okay, my name is Debbie Ono, and I'm from Hilo, and I just joined Rotary for the past week. And
Yeah.
I'm happy to be on board. I'm very excited, and I can't wait to, be able to, help with the community more, and, I'm just very excited.
Okay, thanks. Deb just joined our club, South Hilo, so that's awesome.
Yes.
All right, let's go to Waiwa, Mr. Keone. See you on.
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up, guys?
Rotary Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
funny you
for
say
it.
that. Last
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
I just cut off about 2 inches of my beard, so I was trying to get ready for not to be invited to be Santa Claus for every party. Last year, I was the Santa Claus for the parade that the WCBA hosts, which I'm the president of as well. And
Awesome.
we've been busy doing things and trying to get the businesses kind of back to work and everything. But yeah, anyway, I'm one of the newer presidents, and I'm still learning the ropes and trying to figure out how to manage email coming from Rotary, because it's like a full-time job trying to monitor everything that comes over. But yeah, my wife and I, we've been in Wahiawa. We live in Mililani, but we've been working in Wahiawa for almost 9 years now. She's a State Farm agent. She's also the Lions president. And we invested in the community by first, of course, owning the business, State Farm, but we also decided to purchase the strip mall that we're in. So now we're trying to bring new businesses into Wahiawa and doing kind of cool stuff and trying to get people working again and trying to teach these young kids some basic fundamental skills, because a lot of these kids is their first time job, and we felt that we could affect change in that way, where we could give them a good head start to learning how to do things the right way. So I think that's our way of kind of contributing to the community. But we're excited, and my motto for my first year is kind of like less planning, more doing. Not to say we don't want to plan, but we talk about things and sit in a room and talk about things all day, and we don't get out and do things. So I've committed to every month we're going to be doing community service projects. And last month we did sign waving. So for those of you who have never done it before, if you visit your local police station, they usually have signs that say like, slow down, don't text and drive, whatever. There's a bunch of different signs they have, and they normally just give it to you and you can use it for a day. And we just went out on the main California drive and we waved signs, and people are beeping horns, and everybody was pretty pumped after that. And it was an exciting thing, I guess, for a lot of the members that have never done it before and haven't been outside in, I don't know how long, in Wahiawa. That's the thing. We do a lot of community projects outside of Wahiawa that people don't ever see. And we team up with other clubs, but then we really need to get back to our roots, I think, and start showing ourselves to build membership, because people always ask, what do you do? And if at least you can say we've done a few things that are more visible in the community that show improvement, or whatever we want it to be, I think it makes a big difference for us growing. I mean, can't be the best kept secret in town for long, or so nothing happens. So we're looking to grow. So by next year, hopefully I double my club size. We'll see.
All right, Keone, that's awesome. Yeah. Sign waving is like, watch where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, how about Sandy Matsui?
Aloha, everyone. As Benson mentioned, I am Sandy. I am a proud member of the Rotary Club of Kaneohe with Cheryl Parker. I've been a member for 28 short years, and it's been a great experience, yeah. I am the district governor in training. I will be following Naomi as district governor in 2021-22. And let's see, you know what? I'm just kind of chuckling, because it's like, I see you folks in Zoom all of the time, and here it is on Saturday morning. I could be out doing something else, but I miss when I'm not with you. So here I am Zooming with you for coffee in the morning. So when they say Rotary is more than just an organization, it really is a way of life, because this is a group of friends forever. So yeah, mahalo.
Thank you so much. Hey, there's my friend Junichi. Junichi, how are you? I see you're in Europe somewhere today.
Yes, very good. Thank you. My name is Junichi Nomaru. I have been with Rotary for 5 years, and I am a past president of Rotary Club of Hilo Bay. So today I heard that this is a education session. Welcome to Rotary. I think I'm still learning something, many things about Rotary. I still need to learn more about Rotary that I feel. So I thought that being a club president is just, I think, entry to the Rotary. Rotary is a very huge world. And then, yeah, so I try to catch up.
All right, thank you, Junichi, my good friend over there and fellow Hilo resident. Okay, so I always wait till somebody takes a sip of something, then I call them like, okay, Sonia, that would be you.
Aloha kakahiaka. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sonia Mendez, past president of the Rotary Clubs of Kapolei and West Pearl Harbor, and currently chief of staff for our DG Naomi this year. I was with the Kapolei Club for 8 years, and then I took a 6-year break from Rotary, and then I joined West Pearl Harbor 4 years ago. And one of the reasons why I came back to join Rotary is I really missed the mission of what Rotary does. And I missed being around like-minded individuals who wanted to do good in the world, whether it was from small projects in your community or if it was something global, doing an international project. So, you know, it's just that this philanthropic person that lives in all of us. I think the best thing about Rotary is that it helps you develop it. It helps you to grow into a big fundraiser and philanthropist in your own right. And it also allows you to ooze and glisten and really be happy about what you're doing, because when people around you who are not Rotarians see on social media what you're doing, they will always come up to you and say, oh, we saw you doing this, and what's Rotary about? Because of that, I've had more people come up to me and ask me, what is Rotary? And I give them a really simple explanation. I say, Rotary is for people who want to do good in the world and change lives on many different levels. So that's why I'm here this morning, enjoying breakfast with you.
All right, breakfast with Sonia. Okay. So Keith Greer, let's go to you. We chatted a little bit, but we didn't get the formal introduction.
Yeah, so my name is Keith Greer. I'm with the Rotary Club of South Hilo, so I get to work with Benson, which I'm so excited about. And I got to say, to kind of echo what Junichi was saying, is I think the best way to get to know Rotary is to volunteer with Rotary. There's not a handbook that I found that can tell you everything Rotary does. So if there's a project or an opportunity that comes along, my philosophy is to just say yes to it and get involved and be a part of it that way. So I've been with the club for about 1.5 years now, and I am now the president-elect for next year as president. So.
We love that. Thank you, Keith. All right, so I'm looking at Luci Inolian. We don't have your picture, but we have your name, so I'm hoping you're on the call. Can you hear me? We're gonna give you a second. You have to unmute yourself because you don't want to be like me to just continue talking while you're muted. Yeah. About Zoom meetings is you learn how to read lips after a while. All right, Carol Riley, why don't we go to you and find out a little bit about you.
Thanks, Vincent, and hello to everyone. It is so nice to see everyone this morning. As I've been listening to everybody, I'm thinking, you know, I've been in education my whole life, teacher, principal, superintendent, And part of what we did was we always tried to be involved in the community. So the first place I was, the club to be a member of was Kiwanis. So I started in the Kiwanis Club. Then I moved. The club to be a member of was Lions. So I became a Lion. Then I moved to Hawaii and I met Dave Livingston, who invited me to Rotary. And I've been here since 2005. I have been president of the Rotary Club of Waikiki twice. I just finished my second presidency last year. And you know what? It just keeps getting better and better. A lot of it has to do with the mission that we have, but mostly it has to do with the people with whom we work. And everybody is on the same page, wanting to do good stuff for other people. I love it. And Nobi, I'm so glad you joined us today. Cannot wait for your installation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thanks, Carol. Nobi, why don't you give us a little rundown again about what you do and how you want to be involved. Go ahead.
All right, Rhonda. I was an educator just like Carol. I was a teacher for 25 years, and I was the administrator and actually the owner of the schools that I had in Japan. My hobby has always been philanthropy. It's something that I've always done as a child. Right now, I've been kind of shifting gears. I'm a pilot, and hopefully I can utilize those skills to benefit the community and society. So in March, I started making masks, and then I delivered those to the islands. School materials that can be transported along with that, and then find funds for scholarship for the one learn from you and making the world better.
No.
Chaminade. I'm still teaching, although it's getting harder and harder with all the things going on. But yeah, I'm here to do good in the world, and I know all these people here, and they are doing good. So glad to talk to you guys.
Okay, thank you, John. Carol Reynolds, I see that you're on, but we don't have a video. Do you want to share a little bit with us? Okay. Oh, wait, maybe Carol will pop in with us.
Good morning.
Hi, Carol.
Hi, my name is Carol Reynolds, and I am the new president for the Rotary Club of Hickam Pearl Harbor. And we've only been in existence, I think, 3 years, so that's how long I've been a member. I was a lifelong member of the Lions Club, so my father was pretty upset that I joined Rotary.
Yeah.
But he said as long as I continue to serve my community, it didn't matter what label I put on it. And so I too have enjoyed meeting new people and just working in our community. I love this family, every bit of it, and just love being a part of it.
Carol, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Hey, Peg, let's go back to you, Peg Jackson, so you can say a little bit more about yourself, introduce us.
Hi, thank you very much. Peg Jackson. I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Honolulu, and before the pandemic, we met at the Royal Hawaiian, and that was a wonderful place. Prior to that, I was a member of the Rotary Club of Lafayette, California. And my husband and I owned a second home here in Honolulu for a number of years. And then, but we would come back for a couple months at a time. So I was what they called a perennial guest at the Rotary Club of Honolulu. They're very gracious people. And so in March, well, actually in February, we decided that we were going to sell our place in California and relocate permanently here, which we did. We bought a place at the Wailana, and I'm sitting here in my study looking straight out over Fort DeRussy, right to Diamond Head. Wonderful. It was one of the best decisions we ever made. But I really enjoy Rotary, and I enjoy all the opportunities they have. And it's interesting because I've been offered a unique opportunity, just it's a short project right at the moment, but the Rotary International has been asking the boards of all the Rotary clubs to develop protocols for COVID-19 compliance when they're starting to meet again in small groups. And because I'm a risk manager by occupation, but I also work as a compliance officer with a university in San Francisco. And they asked me to work with their COVID-19 task force. So when Martha and Rich asked me if I would help them with the protocols, I said, oh yes, I've been doing this for several months now. So anyway, so that's a quick project, but like other folks here, I'm particularly interested in eradicating polio as a tribute to my late father-in-law, who went from being in World War II, a very senior submarine officer, to an iron lung at Warm Springs, to two very successful careers in inert chemistry and then as an Episcopal priest. And even though that man had rotten health for all his life, that man survived and pushed forward. So that's why I'm committed to eradicating polio.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Peg. I really, really appreciate that. Okay. Hey, we're about halfway through our hour. I'm going to roll you through a short PowerPoint presentation. For those of you who are familiar with Rotary, you're going to, it'll be a rewind of a lot of stuff you already know. Maybe you'll learn some stuff you don't know. So let's do that for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and we'd like to do a little exchange of some questions and answers for people who would like to know. So I'm going to share a screen with you right now. So hang on a second. Okay, everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay, good. I can't really see you, but I can hear you, and nobody said no. All right. So anyway, here's welcome to Rotary. We're District 5000. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that as we go. All right. So first question, what is Rotary? Well, Rotary is an international service organization that's all around the world. We've got about 1.2 million members in over 200 countries around the world. And Rotary's mission really is to improve the lives of people, to do good things within our communities and worldwide. So if you have a chance to go to any type of Rotary International event, it's truly spectacular and very, very impressive. We're a network of about 35,000 clubs around the world. All the clubs around the world they're put into districts, and then they're put into zones. We happen to be in District 5000. Okay, so here's the worldwide map. And so the clubs are grouped together in 530 districts around the world. And then the districts are divided into 34 regional zones. And so I think we are in zone 26, 27. Naomi, is that right? Or is it 25, 26? It's one of those, all right?
We're in 26.
26, right. Number 26, thank you. All right, and we are Rotary District 5000. And so when you hear that, that magic number 5000, that means that anybody in District 5000 is from Hawaii, because District 5000 is basically all of Hawaii. And within our district, we've got 52 clubs, 53 clubs, 52 clubs, and about 1,500 members. It changes though, yeah? Okay. All right, so what is Rotary, where did it start? It started in 1905 in Chicago. It was started by an attorney named Paul Harris, who wanted to actually put together a group of people from different occupations that could basically network and advance business. And so with his idea, within a few years, by 1910, in 5 years, Rotary had 16 clubs, and I think they were called the National Rotary Association, and it changed at that point into Rotary International in 1910. So by 1925, there were already Rotary clubs on 6 continents. So the first Rotary Club, and you heard this earlier today in our meeting, was chartered in 1915, the first Rotary Club in Hawaii, which was called the Commercial Club, which became the Rotary Club of Honolulu, and met on the top floor of, this is the McCandless building, and it was chartered, like I said, in 1915 with 29 members. And of course, it's grown now to over 50 clubs and over 1,500 members in our state. So you might be asking, if you're new to Rotary, well, what do Rotarians do? What is a Rotary? What do people do? Well, that's pretty easily answered over here. Basically, like what Sonia was saying, she tells people that, you know, Rotary is people who basically get together to change lives. What I tell people is we're Rotarians. We work with other people in our community to do good for our communities, locally and internationally. So first things first is that we do work together. We are known as people of action, and as you can see in the slide there, Rotary is where neighbors, friends, and problem solvers share ideas, join leaders, and take action to create lasting change. And that's an important thing. You know, in our communities, there's lots of need for all kinds of things. But Rotary, wherever there's anything good, in the last zone meeting that I went to, somebody said, wherever there is good, Rotary is nearby. Okay, now obviously part of what Rotary does is we have regular meetings. We're not really having our regular meetings, but we are meeting virtually, like the meeting we're having today. The picture up there is a picture of my club, Rotary Club of South Hilo. And typically clubs will meet every week. Some meet three times a month. It really kind of varies from club to club. So it depends. Some clubs meet in the morning, some clubs meet at noon, some clubs are Pauhana clubs, which meet in the evenings. Some clubs are meeting right now just completely online, like the E-Club. Okay, we do community service projects, and we don't have enough time to really go through all of the projects we go through, we actually operate, but Rotary clubs all over our state are involved in all kinds of stuff, like handing out dictionaries, serving food. This group here is putting up these rescue floats and beaches all over the place. We painted buildings, cleaned up garbage, picked up stuff along the road. I mean, it's an amazing thing when you get a chance to be a Rotarian, like Keone was saying, just, you know, going out and getting on the side of the road and waving signs that will help and assist our community. We work with youth. We have a thing called Rotary Youth Leadership Academy. We call it RILA, and we have it one on every island. We also have a Hawaii Youth Rotary Scholarships, where that was started by the guy who started Foodland, and he put a big scholarship fund where every Rotary club in our state, in our district, awards a $5,000 scholarship to a high school senior in their area every year. So the development of youth is really important. We have Interact clubs, which work with high school kids. And these Interact clubs are most of the time they're connected with a high school, but we also have community ones that aren't connected to a high school. We also have Rotaract, which is basically college level kids, but now we've elevated Rotaract to have the same basic status as a regular Rotary club. And you can be a Rotaractor from the time that you're in college all the way till you're 35 years old. We connect the business community. So a lot of you that are on the call today, maybe like myself, I joined Rotary because I wanted to connect with other business people. And that is definitely one of the main things that people join Rotary for. But what happens is that the longer you're in Rotary, the business connections they develop sort of organically on its own, but it becomes way bigger than just the connection with the business community, although that's a prime reason why people join. People join to develop their leadership skills. This picture down at the bottom is our president-elect training that we have every year. And it's typically in San Jose, but we're going to move it now to LA. These are the presidents of all of our 53 clubs. We just finished that training in March of this year. And so people join Rotary because there's an opportunity to develop their leadership skills within Rotary. Part of what we're developing in District 5000 now is we're just going to be kicking off at the beginning of September or in September our Rotary Leadership Academy, which is basically going to take past presidents and give them training so that they can assume district leadership positions. But at every level, when you walk into Rotary from day one, if you want to develop your leadership skills or ascend to the top levels to be the district governor, there is a path to do that. We also, every Rotary Club raises critical funds to support the nonprofits in our area. Our club, this is a picture of our club. We're holding a check for $10,000 to Hilo Medical Center Foundation. This year we put $20,000 of money that we raised in our event here, Hilo Huli, raised so that we could distribute it out to all kinds of projects within our community. So every club does that to some extent. The smaller clubs obviously do smaller ones. But I don't know the exact amount that we put in collectively as a group. Maybe Naomi, you will know that. But man, it is tens of thousands of dollars. And without Rotary, boy, I mean, a lot of our nonprofits would struggle, especially now where all their fundraisers have, basically had to be canceled or have to be done a different way. Okay. We respond to local and worldwide crisis response. So when there's like when we had the big eruption over here in 2018, Rotary clubs from all over the world actually just started sending money into us over on the Big Island so that we could help the people who lost their homes, help feed people who needed food, help house people who lost their housing. And not just locally, but worldwide. I mean, one of the things that you've heard this morning is that people are passionate about ending polio. And when Rotary took on polio as a project, like we're gonna eliminate polio from the world, in a very short amount of time, just about 20 years, they basically annihilated or eliminated polio from the face of this planet. So we'll have some people talk more about that when I get done here. So what's in it for you besides these three crazy guys that are on here? That's a long story. I won't go into that. But, later on when we have happy hour, I'll tell you about these three crazy guys. Okay. So what's in it for you? If you're a new Rotarian or somebody that's relatively new in Rotary, that you have a chance to connect with community leaders like, this picture, obviously there's the governor there and there's Mayor Kim from the Big Island, but not just, political leaders. But when you look around in your club, I mean, the movers and shakers in your community, they're in Rotary. The CEOs of companies, the presidents, the chief executive officers, the managers, they're all in Rotary. And so, if you want to connect with people that are moving in your community, they're in your Rotary club or in the Rotary clubs that are in your area. So that's a huge thing, is to communicate or to be able to connect with the movers and shakers in your community. We have a chance, of course, to contribute to community service. And there's so many projects that are out there now that are run by nonprofits or run by groups that really need to have help that Rotary goes out and assists. I mean, everything from, this is groundbreaking right here. Obviously, there's, you can see, oh yeah, there's Naomi with the OO right there. That this T-shirt that you see here, Rotarian at Work, you know, there are Rotarians. In fact, we have a worldwide day, a Rotary at Work day, where everybody goes out, all Rotarians go out and provide some kind of work within the community. We're actually going to do a tree planting day statewide, November 28th, where we're hoping to basically plant trees on every island in the state. So lots of opportunity to do community service. We talked about the development of leadership skills. And it doesn't matter whether you're a young person that comes in their 30s or you're an older person that comes in and you're in their 60s and 70s, that you want to develop your leadership skills. There's an opportunity to do that in Rotary. And it's different than any other organization because you get to work with people that are already in leadership positions within their companies or their organizations, and working side by side with them, you pick up mentors and teachers, and you know, I know that for me, my leadership ability has advanced quite a bit simply because I've gotten around people that are proven leaders that have helped me to develop my own personal leadership skills. Now, you create lifelong relationships. Like you've heard on the call today, there's some people that have been in Rotary for decades now. This picture on the left, there's 3 guys. See that guy standing with the cane right there? That's Harold Ohata. He's 93 years old. Harold was Naomi's sponsor. Okay, Harold's been a Rotarian for almost over 60 years now. Okay, this guy that's sitting down there right now, unfortunately, he passed away this year. His name is Jimmy Souza. He was 90 years old. He was a charter member of our club, Rotary Club of South Hilo, when we chartered in 1956. He was a Rotarian, okay, for 64 years till he passed away. And then that guy standing in a white shirt and a black jacket, that's Val Cook. And Val Cook last year celebrated 50 years in Rotary. Now, these guys have all been friends for decades and decades. Then, you know, flip over to the picture on the right. All of these people that are in the picture have been Rotarians probably less than 5 years, but they're all close, and they'll develop relationships that will last as long as these guys if they stay in Rotary. So create lifelong relationships, which is really great. Now, this is a nurturing environment for families. So if you're a person that has family, like this picture is on the left over here, this is my family right here. I'm standing there with the dark glasses. These are my kids, their kids, their kids' kids. So there's 2 things in my family you can't avoid, and that's hula and Rotary. So if you're born in as a Medina, you're going to be putting on a Rotary shirt. And I tell you, the impact that it's had really on our kids and grandkids has been enormous. Because at a very young age, you understand that part of maturity is having a purpose in life beyond yourself, and Rotary helps to develop that, especially in young people. And we're also working in the schools. This is this picture on the right of getting Rotary dictionaries out in the schools. Okay, and then the last thing I want to say is just a chance to grow as a human being. You know, as we grow and advance through our life, we come across times in which you know, we begin to see that that life is beyond just about what you want. And Rotary gives you a tremendous opportunity through service, through having great mentors, through creating lifelong relationships with people that are all cued into the same thing, right? This is bigger than just me. And once you come to that realization wherever you are in your life, then all of a sudden you start looking at the world through a different lens. And so that's it kind of briefly. This is our website for our district. I'm going to stop sharing now. And I would like actually, Keith, if you're still on, Keith Greer. Keith has been in Rotary just about 1.5 years now. And I just wanted him to relay some of his thoughts about being in Rotary. as somebody that's relatively new?
Yeah, so I've really enjoyed being a part of the Rotary group, and I think that one of the parts of it that I've enjoyed most is that when I joined, I was new to Hawaii. I had lived on Maui as a little kid, but grew up on the mainland. And when I came back, it was a group of like-minded individuals because I was very involved with philanthropy and service in my community in New Mexico. And I was wanting to find people that were like that out here in Hawaii. And so it was kind of like a built-in network of friends that I was able to make within the club. And getting to meet people like Ben and his sister Lonnie, who's also in the club and happens to be my coworker now too. It's just like, it's amazing how quickly those connections can form at an incredibly deep level at a rapid pace. And so I've really enjoyed that. And I think that it's also, I mean, I'm still very new, but it's giving me an opportunity, like Ben said, to expand upon my leadership and to grow my leadership abilities, and to spotlight on causes and activities that I care about personally, and to get people to care about them too. So those are the things that I'm really starting to enjoy with Rotary. Does that kind of talk about what you were thinking of, Ben?
Yeah. No, that's great. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So Naomi, you want to add anything to or make any corrections to what I had in my presentation?
No, that was a really good presentation, and I'm going to put it on the website if you don't mind. But
yeah, go ahead. Just call my agent on that.
no charge, huh?
Yeah, no charge. Free for Rotary. Yeah.
But you hit on all of the highlights of the service projects that we do, the impact we make on our communities and worldwide, and the impact we make on ourselves when we can network and be with friends and really change your own life by feeling that you did something for the community. So thank you very much for that and giving us a really good background on what Rotary, how Rotary started and its roots.
Okay. Thanks, Naomi. So Peg, Lee, Nobi, any questions that you have to want to ask at this point? And then Peg, it looks like you unmuted yourself. Go ahead, and then Sonia, you're next.
Yeah, I just wanted to echo the thanks for that was a very good presentation. And I take it we would be able to, is there like a link where we could like listen to it again or maybe get a set of slides?
Yeah, actually I, amazingly remembered this time to hit the record button, and I'm gonna download it. Naomi will send you the link, but Sonia, go ahead. Thank you, Peg.
We just have our newest member signed on. Her name is Leanne Villanueva. She's been a member of the Rotary Club of West Pearl Harbor for only 2 weeks.
Hi, Leanne. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so sorry I just signed on, but I'm excited to meet you all and be in this presentation.
Okay, cool. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Leanne?
Oh, yes. So my name is Leanne Villanueva. I'm a West Pearl High School alumni, as you can see from my background.
Marauders, yes.
Yes, go Marauders.
Go Marauders.
I'm currently working with the early college as an early college outreach coordinator. I work with President Raji Butsit. I'm currently a senior at UHUS while I'm studying for business administration. I'm currently going to graduate hopefully this December. So yeah.
Well, thank you, Leanne. Wow, that's you could be on today.
Yeah.
Any other comments? Any of the rest of you guys want to add? Roz, go ahead.
Yes, thanks, Benson. Excellent presentation. But I did want to add to this, we are attempting our first ever $1 million event this Rotary year. And it's going to be done on your island during the district conference. And this is one of the things that Naomi wants us to do. So we're going to have a $1 million event that is going to involve every last one of you, each one of you here and each person in your Rotary Club, because your commitment to supporting Rotary and the Rotary Foundation and Rotary International is going to make this a huge, huge success for us, not only to be a success, but to do more good in the world. So you'll be hearing more from me. I have all of your contact information, so get ready for the contact.
Thank you, Roz. Miss Renee.
Yeah, just so you're not
Okay.
scared, that's not the ticket price. It's a year-long effort, so thank you.
All right, great. Go ahead, Dick.
This was a great presentation you did, and the other great thing, and I think it's taped, is people's stories. New Rotarians and old Rotarians about why they joined and why they stayed. When this is packaged on the district website, is it going to be available in a form where if we get Rotary prospects that we want to bring into the club and they want to know what Rotary is all about, in addition to the personal touch, could we show this to them?
Sure. Yeah, sure. We'll put it in a way that maybe I'll put a little narration on it so that you can kind of watch it, or we'll put it up on YouTube. But we're hoping that to have these kinds of events, an online event, once a month. And our goal was actually to do it the first Saturday, so everybody can sort of get it in their head, hey, first Saturday of the month, where we could basically put this information out, have this discussion with members from all over the place. Now, obviously, if 150 people showed up, we do it a little differently, where I break everybody out to little breakout groups. But there is a way to do it virtually. But I think it's really great for new members or even people that haven't been Rotarians for very long to get a chance to meet other Rotarians that within our district, talk about their Rotary stories. I think one of the best ways in which we can help new members understand what we really do, or even prospective members, is to tell our Rotary story. And our Rotary story is basically how you got into Rotary and why you're still in Rotary. And some of you have been in Rotary a long time, just these amazing stories. And even people that have been in Rotary like 1 year have amazing stories. So I would like to just acknowledge everybody that took an hour today out of their time to join us this morning. I mean, there's some actually, those of you that kind of newcomers, there's some like real heavyweights that are on this call today that, it's great to see their faces. So any last questions or comments before we wind it up for the day? Yes, Keone.
Hey, Benson, I want to share a quick story, and it's kind of about serendipity and of course, the power of Rotary is I invited out my, I guess what we call our core group, was Essential Oahu Rotary Energizers. That's what we named ourselves. And one of the people that came out was Clarence from Pro Ridge. Came to wave signs with us. So that was cool. Clarence just shows up. I'm like, awesome, man, right on. I appreciate it. Come out, wave signs. He just happens to be standing at the end of the street right next to one of our Rotarians, Jackie. And they start chatting, they start getting to know each other, and then they start talking story. And then I asked her, what do you do? And she goes, oh, I do this, I do that. And after talking for a while, it comes out that she says she's a teacher and she just got displaced from a job. And then he says that they're looking for a person to teach. And the next week they set up an interview, they got together, and she was actually hired by Clarence. So that was really cool. Like out of the blue, she didn't have a job and she was scrambling. She was telling everybody, I can't come to meetings because I'm looking for a job. I'm spending all day long hunting. And this one meeting turns out to be something that, just ended up being more than she had bargained for. So you come out, you volunteer, you do good things, and good things happen.
Man, that is great. I wanted to, great story. I wanted to just acknowledge my buddy Junichi over here, because Junichi, he was president of the Rotary Club of Hilo Bay last year. Now, Junichi is a Japanese national, right? So this is not even his first language, but he tackles it anyway, and then he just goes after it like with a lot of energy and verve. And at the end, when we made the change of command over to Lorraine Davis as the president now, everybody in the club just acknowledged, like, wow, what an awesome thing to have basically a member of our international community come in, take over one of our Rotary clubs, and just give it everything that he can. And so, wherever Junichi was, he would be clicking in from wherever space in the world he was. So awesome. I just wanted to recognize that that's the level of the kind of people that are involved in Rotary. And the longer you're in Rotary and the more depth in which you get to know people, and you get to know their stories, the more rooted in you become. Because ultimately, for me, and I'll kind of wind it up with this, is that it will change you. So once you get to that point where you see, wow, this is so much bigger than me, then it shifts over from what am I getting out of this? And that's typically when people come to Rotary, they're like, well, okay, what am I getting out of this? And it shifts to what am I becoming? And when you get to that, what am I becoming person? Wow. then that's where you start looking at the screen and you see people that have been on Rotary 20, 30, 40, 50 years, because it's really about the kind of person that you ultimately become. So thank you guys. It's 10 o'clock and time for me to move on to whatever next thing my wife has planned for me. So I would thank you guys for coming along. We will post this so you can kind of watch it again, and we will put it, Mr. Dick May, into something that you can watch it again and present it to other people. So, okay, so thanks a lot, folks. I'll make sure I get everybody's information out that you posted in the chat. And if you didn't put your contact information in the chat, you got a couple of minutes before I'll close it out. So thanks a lot for joining. All right, here now.
Thank you, Benson.
Thank you, Benson.
The people in your club.
Thank you, Benson.
Have a wonderful day. Safety,
Okay,
everyone.
take care.
Well.
Thank you, Debbie, for coming on. Good to see you, Deb.
Great to see all you guys. Thanks.
Okay,
Beautiful, Benson.
thank you.
Good job, Benson.
What? Let me stop the recording. Okay. Recording file said stop. Yeah.